up to monitor the network, changes the issuance, and all of those things. This is the track following. We'll be covering the future of the Ethereum protocol, starting from things that are sort of very concrete and about to ship, and as we move through the week, things will get more and more speculative, and you'll get a big sense of like the overall research roadmap. We do have content for everyone, every level of like knowledge and depth and expertise. So if you're new to Ethereum, don't be intimidated by this. Show up, go see some of the sessions. But if you're deep into this, we hopefully have some technical workshops that you'll find stimulating. To highlight a few of these, I'll start with Christine's talk today. She'll give an overview of Spectra, which is Ethereum's next network upgrade. So if there's a single talk you want to go to this week to just understand what's changing in Ethereum, this would be it. Then, if you really want to get your hands dirty and get into the weeds, tomorrow the EF's testing team is running a workshop about how they actually do testing, how we keep the chain secure, how we make sure it never goes down. And lastly, I want to highlight two of the community sessions we'll have this week. All day on Wednesday, we have an EPF day. EPF is the EF's Ethereum Protocol Fellowship. Oh, cheers for EPF. Yeah, we can clap for them. So the Ethereum Protocol Fellowship is effectively the EF's way of bringing in new core devs to help steward Ethereum. So we have all of them here, or at least a large majority, that will be presenting the work that they've done. If you're wondering about how to get into core development, this is a great place to be. If you're a client team looking to hire core devs, then you go see their presentations. And then, last but not least, all day on Friday, we'll have an Ethereum Magician session to discuss all of the most important topics around Ethereum. We'll have a session covering UX, one about the future of block construction, issuance, and the future of the Ethereum protocol, where we'll have experts in all of these topics there to discuss and have the room open for the community to come and ask questions and collaborate. Thank you very much, and I'll see you across all of these. And Sanji from DYOR.
Hi everybody, my name is Somi. I'm very, very excited to introduce our awesome track. This is a maturity of the Ethereum that Josh and Aya and Vitaly was mentioning. So this track is focusing on the real world use cases. So you can, woohoo! finally we can actually see some applications that is actually based and people can use. So this is very, very exciting, and because of that, I think a lot of people were interested in showing their work so far that was hidden under the ground. So we have more than 530 plus applications just for this track, and we had to add more judges to actually do that. So round of applause to all the judges, including all of our track, doing this amazing reviews. But anyway, so out of the 530 applications, we select 80 plus conversation. So those conversations you can find people who are building a financial application in the, for example, Africa, and also in the D side, RWA, NGOs and government building identity or like a donation tracking system, supply chain. There's just so many use cases that people are starting using Ethereum to build the solution. So you can meet all of this conversation in our track. And who is for? Actually for everybody. Basically whoever curious about the real use case of Ethereum and how you can use it. If you want to imagine what I can do with Ethereum, please come this track. And this is a 4 kind of feature track out of 80. It was really hard to choose those 4, but I tried to choose whatever that is the most common and then have more people. So we have a 1. Do you hear the music? Yeah, 1 with a next billion fellows. You can hear people's story, and then also there's other things from the group majority and then philosophy and also different stories. So please come join our track. Next is Lashi.
Nice.
Hello, DEVCON. I'm Gubsheep, and I'm incredibly excited to introduce the Applied Cryptography track at this year's conference. This track covers how the Ethereum community is pushing forwards and engaging with the frontiers of cryptography, from research-level innovation to production-grade global-scale deployment. The story of advanced cryptography in 2024 is deeply intertwined with the story of Ethereum. And this track is for both researchers, developers, and technologists, but also for anyone who is interested in how different technologies can help us realize the future of digital infrastructure. At DEVCON this year, you'll have the chance to interact hands-on with programmable cryptography in many ways. From speaker Q&A with zero-knowledge proofs, to zero-knowledge provable tickets on Zoomcast that you can use to interact with various applications built by Ethereum community members, to interactive games at Recursive and Frog Crypto, booths and community hubs downstairs. We'll hear from dozens of speakers for this track, covering topics from cryptography for digital identity, to proof-carrying data, to program obfuscation and beyond. And you can tune into the DEVCON Passport app for more, and be on the lookout for a certain green and amphibious friend throughout your DEVCON experience. And now, Alicia from the coordination track.
Thanks, Gopshi. Hi, I'm Alicia, and I'm going to talk to you today about the coordination track. So if you're wondering what coordination is, actually sitting in this room or being part of DEVCON, whether you're sitting in this room or watching now or in the future, is an incredible example of the power of coordination and the impact that it can have on Ethereum. So other topics that will be covered in the coordination track include DAOs, governance, public goods, incentives, and tooling and mechanisms that can help us build resilient and decentralized ecosystems. So when you think about why coordination is important, we often kind of default to thinking about technical concepts in Ethereum, and obviously that makes sense. But when you think about it, ultimately it comes down to the coordination of people involved in those projects. That's really what determines the success and growth and adoption of any given project in the Ethereum ecosystem. So I think that the importance of coordination is the ability of humans to coordinate across space and time, whether it's different countries, many different time zones that we manage to get on calls, across languages and different cultures and experiences, all coming together for a shared vision. So I think that, I know everybody says this, but I really do think that the coordination track can appeal to everyone, whether you're new to the Ethereum community or a seasoned veteran, whether you're technical or non-technical. And this is just a selection of some of the highlights on the coordination track. Denison, Tin, Milwaukee, Griff Green, all incredible examples of values-aligned Ethereans. And really looking forward to seeing you enjoy the coordination track. And next up we have Leggy.
Thank you so much, Alicia. I'm very, very happy that this year we have a cypherpunk track at DEVCON, and we can expose so many great people to the ideas and values of cypherpunk, because we are crafting a very, very sharp tool here, and we need to make sure that this tool is used to advance humanity into a bright future and not lock us in a dark dystopia. I want to highlight some sessions. I was told to do 4, but I want to lead by example here to not obey authority, even though I respect. And it was also really, really hard to choose because we had so many great submissions, and that's even only the submissions that are accepted. And we had to reject so many great talks, which was really, really sad. So a nice foundational talk can be the history and philosophy of cypherpunk, that can introduce you to the concept. So if you're new to that, please watch this. And then also, we need to go to the next generation. We not only need the old generation, we need the new generation. So MF will give a talk about the new cypherpunk generation. And then it's also important to burst bubbles and not just to be in our Web3 bubble here. So break out a little bit. So we invited Hardware Montgomery from the Linux Foundation and Roger Dingeldine from Tor to teach us lessons from their ecosystems, basically, that we don't have to repeat these mistakes and can make our own in the end. And also very important, I think, is the battle for Ethereum's soul from Eleftherios, so basically between financial nihilism and the FOSS culture. We go more to the FOSS culture side there. And last but not least, Jared Ho, He will talk about corruption, KYC, and custom compliance. Thank you very much. And next up is Frederick, who will talk about the security track.
Hi, I'm Frederick. I'm from the protocol security team at the EF, and I'm super happy to be here to present the security track. So every day we hear about users, developers, projects, and exchanges who are getting scammed, drained, or hacked. This is obviously very sad and bad for the people that this happens to, but I also believe that if we are to reach mass adaptation, then this is something that all of us must and can improve on. So to help improve, the security track are covering topics such as best practices through the security framework by the Security Alliance. We have sessions about security tooling, and we have workshops. All of this by some of the best security people in the ecosystem. I hope that you will leave some of these sessions with a desire to help existing initiatives, or perhaps even get new ideas for initiatives. And to help with that, we have a new program called ethrangers.com, where you can apply for a $25,000 funding for spending time doing public good security work in the ecosystem. And those who are interested in applying the offensive security skills that you obtain in these sessions, you can also join the CTF that we have on Thursday, the 14th, where anyone can apply to join and share a prize pool of $50,000. We also have a big protocol bug bounty competition happening straight after DEVCON with a prize pool of up to $1.5 million. Next up is Barney with cryptoeconomics.
Thank you, Frederick. Hi everyone, I'm Barnabe from the Robust Incentives Group at the Ethereum Foundation, here to present the crypto economics track. It's often said that Ethereum is winging it, sometimes we are, but we rely on a large body of work that's from a new science called crypto economics. You can think of it as a new field that blends cryptography, economics, mechanism design, distributed systems, consensus theory, and many more other disciplines. And so what happens is Ethereum doesn't have one research lab, it has 100 different research labs scattered throughout academic institutions and the industry. These labs are busy cooking up the technology that powers our protocol and also the many applications that rely on it. So if you want to hear about what these labs are up to, make sure to check out the talks from our crypto economics track. Every talk in the track will bring you to the frontier, but here are 4 samples to give you an idea of what you can expect. We're going to be talking about blobs. Blobs are a new resource that the protocol is providing, which powers our rollups. We'll have introductory sessions to give you a leg up in your journey towards crypto economics. We'll have groundbreaking researchers such as Robin Hanson, well known for his work on prediction markets, among others. And we'll also have talks giving you a vision of what is possible when the crypto economics are right. So we hope to see you there, and I'll now pass the mic to Bartek for the L2 track.
Layer 2s, last but not least. So in the last year, Layer 2s have been one of the hottest topics in crypto. Probably not as hot as meme coins, but certainly the hottest if we focus on serious crypto applications. And right now we have over 100 L2s on mainnet, with probably twice as many about to be launched. And while curating this track, we did not let marketing departments to get in. I'm sorry, we love you guys from marketing, we really do. But this session is actually prepared by researchers, by builders, by enthusiasts, and also you will hear from critics as well, because we still have a lot of problems to solve, and you will hear about potential solutions. You will get a chance to have a glimpse about the future of how Ethereum is going to scale. So we have prepared 30 talks 9 lightning talks, 2 amazing panels, and 6 workshops. And just as your appetite, I've taken the liberty of just choosing, one from each category. So if you do want to do a deep dive, like jump into the rabbit hole and understand how Ethereum is going to scale while remaining secure and decentralized, please consider attending the session. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to you, Barek. And with that, we have covered all the tracks. So again, let's give a big thank you to these track reviewers, as well as their nearly thank you. We also have about 100 community members who helped review and curate this amazing agenda. But there is much more than just program content at DEVCON. And to share more about all the other things you can do and see at DEVCON, I will pass it back to you, Skylar. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Matan. Thank you all track reviewers, track participants, community reviewers. As Matan mentioned, there is a lot more to DEVCON than just the programming, just the content. So I'm going to go through a quick thrival guide. Like, what do you need to know to thrive at DEVCON over the next 5 to 10 minutes? I'll keep it quick, but this stuff hopefully is going to be pretty important for you guys to figure out how can you maximize your experience here at DEVCON. First thing you'll need is the DEVCON Passport app. So this is app.devcon.org. It's a progressive web app, so you can download it to your phone and use it throughout the conference. Here on this app, you have everything you need. You have the schedule, you can personalize your agenda, you can even share your schedule with your friends or your followers if you want. And there is a Diva AI. So if you have a question, you can go and ask Diva AI. It has all of the track information in there, all of the agenda information, and should know a lot about DEVCON. When it hallucinates, you can then go ask a volunteer. So keep that in mind. But yeah, this app is going to be your go-to resource for understanding what's going on at DEVCON. Also, the app has live streams. So all talks and workshops are being live streamed and are being recorded, and the recording should be available immediately after each talk is finished, and they should all be available in the app. In addition, there are translations. So all talks, or all main stage talks on this stage are being translated by human translators, like an army of human translators sitting behind this stage right now, in Thai, Mandarin, Vietnamese, and Malay. All other tracks, all other stages are being translated by AI translations into Thai, Mandarin, Hindi, Bengali, Vietnamese, Malay, Indonesian, Burmese, Khmer, Filipino, and Filipino. So yeah, if you need that, use those translations. Also, all talks will have Q&A. You can see here on the bottom, and as a part of Ask Speaker questions. So we want DEVCON to be more interactive. We want you to be able to participate with the speaker. And so through this, you can ask questions to the speakers, and they'll be able to answer the questions at the end of the talk. And hopefully this allows all of us to participate a little bit more in the sessions that we're seeing. Much of what DEVCON will be is an entry point. An entry point into, for beginners, maybe discovery of new topics, for experts to expand their boundaries. One form of content that I'd like to highlight is lightning talks. So these lightning talks will last 5 minutes with a 2-minute Q&A. They're a really concise way to communicate a point, and they're usually going to be grouped in similar topics, similar themes. So if you want to get a really good bang for your buck in terms of time and knowledge absorption, I would suggest checking out the lightning talks. Most of them will be on stage 4, which is the other side of the venue, but they'll be sprinkled in many stages throughout. I also want to mention the gift of giving. So all of you have received or probably selected swag. I think this swag is maybe some of the coolest design swag we've ever had for DEVCON, so if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. But what I think the coolest swag is, you probably don't even know about yet. We are giving, the DEVCON team is giving you all the gift of giving. So we are allocating $250,000 from the DEVCON supporter program to support public good informational Ethereum dashboards. There is a list of 20 dashboards, and you all can help decide which ones deserve more support. We're using quadratic voting, along with a technology called Macy for anti-collusion, and we're verifying attendance and verifying all of this using ZooPass. So go vote at vote.devcon.org, prove your ticket with ZooPass, and vote for your favorite dashboard or your many favorite dashboards. Each attendee gets 100 voting power, and you can learn more at that website, or you can find the Macy team at one of the Impact booths here in the Impact Forum. Tip number 4, don't just consume, contribute. So at DEVCON we have much more than just like normal content where we speak to you. This year we have 14 community hubs. These are non-commercial areas for communities to meet, to discuss, to collaborate around domains and themes that are important within the Ethereum ecosystem. I'm not going to list them off, but you can see them around the venue as you walk around, and you can see more at this QR that I might be looking. And each of them has their own programming. It's run by its own community, and they would love for you to stop by and participate. So check it out, devcon.org/experiences. We also have discussion corners and meeting rooms available for booking by anyone. So if you would like to organize your own discussion, we have 4 discussion corners around the venue. They fit up to 40 people, and they can be booked at reserve.devcon.org and meeting rooms as well. Number 5, we have community-led sessions. Community-led sessions are basically are types of content where we allow the community to curate their content. So we have like their full-day sessions where they're focused around some specific topic. 2 that might be interesting are, one is DEAC Discovery Day on Thursday, where we discuss how Ethereum fits into the broader context of technological innovation, AI debates, defensive technology, and other things. Then there's also Mud Day on Thursday as well. So some people here might argue that Ethereum's greatest impact is creating unstoppable virtual worlds. If you're one of those, maybe you can check this out. Or if you want to just create really efficient and powerful on-chain applications, Mud is a great framework. And there's a few others that you heard the track representatives talk about earlier, so you can check those out on the app. And lastly, the DEVCON improvement proposals. So every year we allow the community to get involved in DEVCON and propose integrations or ways in which we can extend DEVCON. The first one is with ZooPass. So you are all using ZooPass to manage your tickets. All of your tickets are cryptographic attestations in this form of a pod. And all of these pods are compatible with the 2nd generation cryptography of zero-knowledge proofs and other things. And if you want to learn more about this, you can check out the Frog Crypto Community Hub on the ground floor. Maybe get yourself a frog hat. And there's also a CLS, a community-led session on Friday all around this technology. We also have a music stage on the ground floor where we have the Ethereum Open Source Orchestra playing from different members of the Ethereum community. If you play, you can go maybe join them. And lastly, I will mention that we have a treasure hunt from a team from the community. I won't say much more about this other than this is your first clue. So I'll leave that there for a second. And if you want more, you can go to this website or ask Diva AI. And the best tip of all is that this is a choose your own adventure event, right? You don't need to sign up to talks ahead of time. You should go do what you are most interested in doing, what you're most interested in seeing. So in 30 minutes, there are talks starting in other rooms. But right now, we have someone very special to come talk. With this, I would like to formally close the opening ceremony part and welcome to the stage a renowned expert in technology and innovation, someone who has been instrumental in shaping Taiwan's digital landscape and promoting open governance to the world.
Across the world, democracy is on a decline.
Authoritarianism is on the rise.
Global freedom has eroded for the 18th consecutive year.
What is your greatest hope for democracy across the globe?
That people see democracy as a social technology, something that people can construct together, that they can improve in the here and now. We can code up political systems.
The Sunflower Movement was a real turning point for Taiwan's democracy.
When the Sunflower Movement happened, I said to my colleague, I have to leave now, democracy needs me. I brought a very long cable for internet connection. I live streamed through Twitter. Everybody saw it is possible for democracy to evolve, to come up with novel policies simply by asking the people, what should we do together? I was born with a heart defect, and one day I just fainted. I woke up in a hospital, and they told me the hole in my heart has grown. I could die. This awareness that everything can be reset tomorrow reminds me of Taiwanese democracy. We can't lose our democracy just with a couple of missiles.
I think there's a lot that the world can learn from Taiwan. The US is running on a 250-year-old operating system. There's a strong desire to move beyond this and properly rethink from first principles. What would democracy in the 21st century actually look like?
We can make the government more open to the public. It will be easier for people to access the data, to analyze it, transparency.
Audrey has created the opportunity to make Taiwan the most exciting constitutional democracy in the world.
I think it's a very critical moment. China really wants to invade Taiwan.
You're sitting on a place that is the flashpoint if there's going to be World War III. And yet there's calm in the eye of the hurricane. And that calm, I think, emanates from all that Audrey's done.
We can become co-creators of our democratic system, reconfiguring society in a way that is more transparent, more inclusive, more fair.
Please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Audrey Tong.
Really excited to be here. I missed the Bogota one. I was in the Osaka one, so happy to be back at DEVCON.
You're going.
Thank you. And today's talk is plurality, infinite diversity in infinite combinations. You can read all about it at plurality.net, which is a public domain book. Now, as you have seen in the trailer, The Good Ancestor,